Political party Reform UK, led by Nigel Farage, has converted deep voter discontent with the Conservatives into a national vote bloc. During the general elections in 2024, it took 14.3% of the vote and 5 MPs, its best result to date and the third highest vote share of any party. That same contest saw a historic Labour landslide with only a modest rise in Labour's vote share. The real story was the collapse of the Conservatives and the surge of smaller parties, with Reform UK central to that shift. Through 2025, Reform's support has consolidated rather than evaporated, emerging as the principal right of the Conservative vehicle, and for some, the most significant far-right political threat that normalizes hardline narratives on immigration and identity within electoral politics. Strategically, Farage has tried to keep Reform UK electorally respectable while fishing in waters agitated by online outrage and offline unrest. That means courting disaffected Tory voters, former UKIP and Brexit party loyalists, and neutral voters motivated by migration issues. This balancing act also explains his public caution over associations with Tommy Robinson, the founder of the English Defence League. The UK has seen recurring protests and at times violent disorder outside accommodations used for asylum seekers since 2023, with major escalations in 2024 and renewed mobilisations early this year in cities like Bristol, Liverpool, Aberdeen, Falkirk and Glasgow. These events mix local grievances, disinformation and coordinated far-right agitation. Police have made arrests and courts have imposed serious sentences over arson and violent disorder. NGOs with lawyers working with refugees say this climate has produced a chilling effect: threats, office closures and pressure into silence, especially as Labour's post-election asylum policies face scrutiny from both the right and the left. In London this year, anti-immigration protests have become increasingly frequent, particularly concentrated around asylum hotels in areas like Canary Wharf and Islington. These demonstrations have often featured slogans like "Stop the boats" and "Send them home," with sizable turnouts as part of a broader mobilization under the banners like "Unite the Kingdom." This street-level temperature matters from Reform UK. Even as Reform UK neither organises nor endorses these demonstrations, the issue salience they create is the party's oxygen. Reform's challenge is to harness that salience inside formal politics while avoiding contamination by scenes of violence that put off swing voters. In contrast, the English Defence League still looms as a symbolic and sometimes participatory force. Key personalities such as Tommy Robinson are often present in London protests or in their promotion, helping to radicalise or shift the tone of the demonstrations towards a more confrontational, identity-based framing. The interplay between Reform UK's electoral politics, the EDL-style street mobilisation and online networks spreading narratives on migration has become a potent cocktail in British politics. The English Defence League, which peaked more than a decade ago and lost momentum after Robinson's departure in 2013, is best understood today as a decentralised legacy brand of street protest rather than a cohesive political organisation. Its demonstrations were often violent and racially antagonistic, and it never translated into parliamentary reform. Reform UK, by contrast, is a ballot box project. Where the EDL sought to own the streets, Reform seeks to own the debate, parliamentary questions, by-elections and national media slots, turning anxiety about migration and cultural change into votes and seats. In that sense, they compete for the same resentment economy. Elon Musk has amplified far-right narratives in the UK context. He reinstated Tommy Robinson to his platform X, publicly demanded Robinson's release from prison in early 2025, and appeared by video at Tommy Robinson's Unite the Kingdom rally in London this month itself, where he warned the crowd that violence is coming to you, you either fight back or you die, calling for a change of government. Musk has platformed and legitimized Robinson and adjacent networks, allowing for the active dissemination of narratives on his social media platforms. So what's the bottom line? Reform UK's rise reflects a supply and demand match, a supply of a professionalised anti-immigration messaging and a demand stoked by flashpoints like disorder around asylum seeker accommodations. That environment is simultaneously animated by online influencers and offline spectacles such as the Unite the Kingdom rally. The competition is real, but it is chiefly over audiences, attention and narrative control, with Reform UK seeking to convert that energy into votes and parliamentary leverage, while street actors try to keep the pot boiling in the public square. Nonetheless, the impact of the two is creating a robust political bloc, weaning away traditional Conservative and Labour voters to create a new base under the banner of Reform UK.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.